Hiya, it's just Emmy. Welcome to this Sunday night nightcap. We are in the lovely Lincolnshire Steam Valley today. Then my dad is renting us out on all sorts of really cool engines. So I'm sure you'll all be looking forward to seeing it. Keep watching. Thank you very much. Bye.
That was great, Emmy. Thanks very much for that. I think the last time I had you in a steam rally, you were probably in a pushchair. Anyway, it was fantastic to see you, and I'm sure you enjoy yourself, especially having a ride round in Phil's steam rally. Right, tonight's nightcap. I get quite a lot of machining done on the cylinder end cover for the vertical steam engine. Actually managed to find it and say that bit of the steel I had in the lathe last week. It turned out quite nicely. I've got a lot of film of lathe works I'm setting up, mark the holes out, and I get them drilled. As I say, quite a lot of film of that. There's some viewer mail coming this week, some really nice items. I'll get some shots of that. I've also had a new welding helmet sent up from a company called Artec. I've done quite a lot of video work for Artec. This is our latest helmet. I've used Artec helmets for quite some time now. This one's actually got a bigger screen in, which suits me because I cannot see that well anyway. The bigger screen's good, and it's supposed to have a clearer image, like a more real life image. Anyway, I've got some engine mountings to weld up for a lad this next week, so I'll probably do a little bit of video of that. The package turned up at work this week, containing these two scrapers. That's a particularly nice one, being beautifully hollow ground, nice and sharp, and also this little mooring ride depth make. Also in the package is this homemade aluminium box containing a really nice rivet gun. It's got some writing on there, I'm not sure if you can read it. Aircraft. Anyway, it's a really nice rivet gun. I have got a rivet gun, but I haven't got one like that. It works fine, so I'll be going to keep that, put that to good use. I don't do much riveting, but what riveting I do, it's certainly going to get done with that. Unfortunately, there was no name on the package, so I'm not quite sure who sent it in. But anyway, thanks very much. It really is much appreciated. I'm going to do the draw for the prize, which was that little verdict DTI set. I'll have to do that myself because Debs is at work and that's just me here. So right, I do it with right hand, I'm left-handed. A good mix about. Right, one there, full of hairs off stick. Right, the name we have is Jonathan. I've tore the bleeding. Jonathan Stevenson. I'm going to do another draw this week. This week's going to be for the two scrapers and a nice little mooring ride depth gauge that have been sent in to us this week. I've got a box full of scrapers and I've already got two of those. So I'm going to give them away and hopefully somebody will win them and be able to use them. If you want a chance to win those, all you have to do is send me an email. That's my email up there. Send us an email with your name in. Your name goes into the bucket. It's drawn out by whoever does the draw. And if you win, I'll post it off to you anywhere in the world. It's just a little way of me saying thank you very much for all the help and support I've had. And I've actually got people now, like in this instance here, sending things in either for me to keep or to give away or do whatever I want with. So I'm going to give them away. The steam engine's got a cylinder bore at 2.4 inches. So what I'm going to do is machine this down and leave a 2.4 register that will fit into the bore of the engine. And I'm going to use that to help mark out the location of the stud holes because I've measured them and they're not on true centres, they're all slightly off. So the first thing to do, machine a register on here so a good fit in the bore, and I'll take it across there. I've got a way of marking out the stud holes. I think will work quite well. Anyway, we'll take some of this off and get it down to that size. down to size now. This register is also going to be very useful because I can hold it on the register of the machine, the top part of the cylinder cover. Right, that's very slightly under 2.4, so that will do for that register. I need to break that edge there and then put a nice finish on this outer face. There's some nasty stringy tips off there, but there's only one cut. This is the finishing cut. It is putting a nice finish on. I'm just going to knock some of the diameter off when it's nicely gripped in a forge jaw like this. Right, what I need to do is transfer those 6 stud holes onto the end cover. We've made that a nice fit in there. So my idea is to screw in some grub screws upside down so the points over like that, and just use those as like a transfer punch just to put a mark where each hole needs to be drilled. I mean, having that flange on there, or that stub on there, I can also grip that stub to machine the rest of this, and then the stub will be machined off and probably leave maybe a 40 or a 50 thou just to line it up on the bow. And I've measured these hole centres, and they're within sort of 30 and 40 thou each way, but they're not right by any stretch of the imagination. Strange thing is that the machine on this engine that's good is really good, and the machining that's bad is absolutely atrocious. I've machined little points on the ends of all the grub screws. I put a small pop mark on part of the face there. That's going to be to the front of the engine. All the marks I'm making on this engine all go to the front. So that goes to the front like that. It's touching all those sharpened bolts, so if I give that a little bit of a tap with a hammer, it should put a pop mark in where I need all those stud holes drilling. We'll give it a try and see. Yeah, God, that hurt. Right in it hairs, it's marked them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got nice bullet marks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's what laying the up mark for the front of the engine. Going to keep these for the next time I use them, which will probably be never, but you never know. I have got 1 or 2 sets of these made in the Popular Metrics. Quite a handy little tool. I mean, normally you could measure the pitch circle diameter and divide it by 6 quite easily, but these are like, they've probably been drilled freehand or whatever. Anyway, back to the job in hand. I've got it back in the forge jaw chuck again, mounted on that spigot we machined We'll settle for that. We've got a little bit of run out that way. We find a high spot, which is that one. Try tightening that jaw, it won't tighten, so we'll loosen off the one opposite, just a fannies. Tighten that one. Getting better. High point again, which is there. High point, which is that one. It would made it worse. High point there. Yeah, we're pretty good there, so within a thou or so, half a thou possibly. If we spin it up, you can see it's running nice and true. That's the corner there you want to be looking at. It doesn't matter about this bit. It should now need this taken off the dampener down to size, and I'm going to do a little bit of relief turn on the back of it to make it look a little bit more than just a flat disc of steel. Then I've got this face cleaned up quite nicely now. The sun rain cover is going to be 10mm thick. I'm going to work on metric, it's just simpler on this lathe. Right, so we'll make that 10mm thick, so that's still quite a lot to come off here. I'm taking a decent cut, but not too much. I don't want to tear out the chalk, it's only a small chop. Right, we've got that down to 10mm thick. Now we need the final diameter. Machining into it. It's putting a really good finish on this, and the thing is, I'm going to actually try and rust it to make it look old like the rest of the engine. This should be the last cut. All I'm doing here is giving the end cover a little bit of shape. Instead of just doing a flat plate, we'll put a bit of shape about it. For the Victorians never did like anything flat. I think that looks a lot better than a straightforward flat disc. I'll have a little bit play around and just make sure I can get that chatter marks out of there. I need to drill and tap a 1/4 BSP hole in the end of here just to put an oil tap into it, so I can get some oil into the cylinder when it's run or after it's been run. Just so if any condensation's in there, it won't rust. Tap and drill according to my chart for 1/4 BSP is 11.2. So that's an 11mm drill. So I'll be able to get the tap starting into that, no problem. going in there, no problem at all. Right, now it's deep enough. Nice clean sharp thread. Just going to break the edge on the hole using this knife countersink. Right, that's it. I'll give it a polish up now with Scotch-Brite, and then we can basically turn it over and cut most of the register off, and that's about it done. Obviously you've got to be very careful when you're doing this. I find that the Scotch-Brite puts a nice satin finish on it as opposed to a real bright shiny finish, because I don't want a bright shiny finish. You see, I'm going to try and age this and rust it to make it look like it's made out of cast iron. That's nice. Hey. Right, so that fits on there, and I'm really pleased with that. It certainly looks the part. What I need to do now is machine some of the spigot off and drill the holes. I'll try to screw a 1/8 BSP fitting in there, sorry, a 1/4 BSP fitting in there, and see if I can get a grip on there just to machine some of that off. Otherwise it means putting it in the 4-jaw chuck, gripping on the outside, and obviously putting the aluminium in there to protect that face. But I'm quite happy with that. Right, I've got it set up in the 4-jaw chuck. All I need to do now is remove most of this register. You can see it's running out quite a bit. It doesn't really matter because I'm just going to face that, but we might as well spend the time and clock it in. We find a high one, which is that one. So if we loosen off its opposite, tighten that. Once again, high one, which is this one. Tighten. High jaw again, which is this one. So we need to loosen. Tighten. Right, that's pretty near. So we're in 1.5 high jaw, which is that one, which is kind of between these two. Right, that's pretty decent there. To get much better, I'll have to get the clock gauge out with no insides in. Right, there you are, that's running absolutely dead on. I'll just check that face to make sure that face is true as well. Right, this face is less than 1,000, so it's got a jump because it's got a line across there. But it's less than 1,000, so that's well within acceptable tolerances. There's quite a bit of your meal come in, I'll show that. I've had a new friggin' bell end.